welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Look, this is a video that I have been putting off for quite some time because A, a lot of work typically goes into these videos, and B, no one really watches them, but I get asked to do them all the time, and so I'm gonna do it. Now, I've chosen a format that I think will make it easier for me to do this in a really concise way, but also give you some, I guess, ideas about how I go about pulling together my luxury handbags and my shoes with an outfit. So I will go through a combination of pieces in my wardrobe and some of the things that I guess set me up for success in the first place. And you know, I'll pull some bags and kind of show you what I'm talking about. But I thought in the second part of the video, then I will go through some of my looks on Instagram and explain to you what I was thinking by pairing the different items together, if that makes sense. The first things that have set me up for success is that you've probably, if you've been here for a little while, you'll know that last year, so not this year, not 2023, 2022, I enrolled in the 5 Stages to Style, which is primarily an online styling course that consists of 5 stages to help you kind of get the best from your body confidence, to set your wardrobe up so that you've always got things to wear, to help you to stop wasting money on clothes that you never can figure out how to style, those sorts of things. And I signed up not really expecting a lot, but just wanting to learn, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done. Now, I am an affiliate of that program, and I will link my my details in the description box below, but this video is not sponsored. The reason I'm sharing it is because that is what was the catalyst for me really being able to get my wardrobe in order. So the key things were I understood what my colouring worked best with. So I have cool hair, cool eyes and warm skin. That makes me a bright winter, which means that I correlate that bright winter with a lot of colours in my wardrobe now. So you will rarely see anything that doesn't fit unless it's a leftover from previous times and I haven't thrown it out yet in my wardrobe detox because I spent too much money on it and I wanted to make it work. But I know what my colours are now, and so when you look around me you see a lot of blues and greens, pinks and purples. You'll see them in pastels and you'll see them in more jewel tones, more bright colours. They all go together. Look at my bag rack right here. All of these colours are complementary to each other. They all go together. And so if all your clothes and all of your bags and your shoes are all complementary, so they fit inside of your colour palette, they're of a similar tone, so pastels with pastels, brights with brights, jewels with jewels, and you know, they or they sit, what is the word, so they're opposite each other on the colour wheel. So pink and green are opposite each other on the colour wheel, and so they're complementary colours, whereas you might have different shades of green next to each other on the colour wheel. They're analogous. And then you've also got your monotones, so shades of blue, shades of green, shades of pink, and how they all might go together. So basically, by doing my colours, I was able to kind of cleanse my wardrobe of pieces that don't work for me. Interestingly, before I did that, I had already gotten rid of a lot of bags that just didn't fit inside of that because I never picked them up. I had some warm grey bags, I had a warm pastel yellow bag, and I sold them and I couldn't work out why they didn't work for me. Well, now I know. Clothes are a little bit easier to discard, but painful because you buy them because they're the seasonal colours, and then yeah, you're just going, why do I feel like crap in this? You know what looks good on you because typically people will compliment you. When you look good in things, they'll say, geez, you look great today. Geez, that brings out the colour of your eyes, or geez, your skin is glowing. That's because of what you're wearing. So when you do your colours, I can't say it enough, it changes everything. So that's my number one kind of way of setting up for success in terms of styling my bags and my clothes. The next thing is the scale part. So a part of the program is also kind of figuring out what types of patterns work for you. I have big round eyes, a round nose, like larger, fuller lips. So I've got kind of rounded features, rounded brows, so therefore my hair tends to look good with a bit of a curl in it. I can wear rounded patterns like these florals, for example, and paisleys. You wouldn't believe how all of this stuff interacts with how you feel. For me, stripes are something that I don't really feel good in, and it's not just because I might have weight on or weight off. They just don't feel comfortable, and now I know why. Whereas if you're somebody who's got smaller eyes, straighter brows, thinner lips, you know, and your hair looks great, dead straight and very angular, then things like stripes and block colours will work for you rather than prints and patterns like for me. I tell you all that 6 minutes in to say all of that has had a big impact on how I dress myself. Then there's my body shape. I'm an hourglass, so my shoulder measurement and my hip measurement are within about 7 centimeters of each other, and then my waist is more than 7 centimeters or 10 centimeters less than that. So what I'm looking for is to accentuate my waist when I am dressing, and I'm looking for the rule of thirds. So to keep, if it's you know, you'll look taller if you wear one color from head to toe, so that's, you know, being the whole of you being one color. If you want to create the rule of thirds across your body, making sure that your blazers sit here so that you've got a more narrow gap on the middle so that you don't look as wide because it's sitting on the outside of your chest. That's the thirds. Your top and your pants ratio, making sure that they cut off at the right point so your legs look like nice and long, and then you come into the waist with your top half, or if you're wearing a dress, that it hits you at the right length. So again, you've got 2/3 from the top to, you know, your knees or just above your knees, and then down. So again, all of those silhouettes play a part. And then how you wear shoes, where they cut you off at the ankle. This is not a styling course. You asked me about how I style bags, but all of those things come into it. Now, let me take you into the bag thing. For me, bags are about shapes and textures, and then about carrying things. And so this top that I'm wearing now, it's a Zimmermann top. I might wear this, it's a 34-degree day today, but typically I'll wear this with a pair of like a pastel blue, like a washed out jean, because those colours, they work well together. So in terms of a bag, let's see, what would I go with? What are my options? Well, let's say I choose a pair of mules to wear. So now I'm giving it a little bit more of a kind of barbecue / going to the pub for lunch vibe on a summer's day. So if I wore these shoes, I might, let's see what bag I'd go with. This is fun. I might go with a wicker bag. It brings texture in because I don't have texture so much in my shoes. It also relates to the nice sunny day that we're having. I'm not a matchy person. My style is done but undone. You won't see me match my shoes and my bag. Rarely, if ever at all. Only if it's to do something over the top, like I'm wearing a head to toe purple outfit or something like that. So I might choose those because one is smooth and cute and the other one is summery and bright and textured. I might also choose this acid green mini peekaboo because it's unexpected. It actually looks really on the screen here, but if I wore this crossbody with these on my feet and a blue, the green picks up the green in the top, the purple from the purple in the top, and then the blue. 3 colours is kind of the max. So, you know, white's not a colour, it doesn't count. But if I wanted to be a little bit more playful, that's an option. I might decide to pick up on the colour in my jeans and wear my Chanel flat bag because it's complementary to the jeans colour and the shoes are down on my feet. So these are never together, right? The shoes are down on my feet next to the jeans. So again, this is another option when you're wearing jeans. And a final option, because they just look so pretty together, I might go with my baguette. The baguette is a different version of the greens in my top, but similar. But in terms of the tone, it's similar to the tone in the shoes. So if I put a baby blue light jeans between these, that would work as well. So for me, it's playful, it's feminine, it's whimsy, and yeah, it's not too matchy. So that's kind of an example of the process that I would work through just with this top. Let me take you through some of my Instagram outfits and the thinking about those. Alright, I'm going to take you through the one I wore to work the other day. So, I am wearing this blazer. It's a men's blazer by DaylesAddiction that Nick J. Snell inspired me to purchase. This blazer is really light. I wear it with a couple of these sleeve keepers to pull the sleeves up because I like a scrunched sleeve look. And I'm wearing it over a black kind of shift dress that has a self-tie waist, but it has little frills at the bottom of it. So that made me think, oh, that's kind of like a preppy, sporty vibe, like off to tennis, Charlotte York style from Sex and the City. So I added my beige trainers, and that plaid jacket is kind of a sports coat, so that made it really sporty. And then I wanted to pick up on the playfulness of the jacket with my bag, and obviously the Fendi Peekaboo was a great match. This was an outfit that just came to me in the morning like that. I just looked around and I pulled it together. I think that the bag really was not to add another dimension. I could have worn a black bag, but I didn't think that my black kind of less structured hobo bag worked as well as the peekaboo against the stripes in the plaid. So looking at it now, I think it's the angles of the peekaboo that worked in with the plaid. I know, it's getting technical, isn't it? But you asked for this, right? So when I revealed my most recent Fendi baguette, I wanted to style it up, and I was inspired by the wintry tones in the Fendi holiday collection. And I bought this beautiful linen icy blue blazer, and I thought, I'm not going to buy that as a suit, that blazer. I could have. I'm going to pair that with a pair of washed out denim jeans, a white singlet, and my denim Roger Vivier shoes, which are also like on the worn side, and this silver baguette, and gee, it looked good together. So this is an example of a monotone look where you're head to toe in one color. In this case, it's an icy blue, and that blue is my color, and it brings out my eyes. And then I've just kind of pulled it back. If I put black with that, it would have been too harsh. I also used a singlet, like a camisole top, that had a sheen to it, so it picked up on the shininess of the bag, whereas the linen blazer and the jeans are quite matte looking, and so are the shoes, but then they have these shiny pearls that kind of pick up. So you can see all those little bits that kind of pick up on each other. Again, this came to me really quickly. It took no time to think about, because it's one of those rules that just exists in my head. Similar color tones, pick up on the light, and it's like adding, you know, illuminator to your face. It just works. Let's talk about this Grinchy outfit that I wore to work. I have a pink t-shirt on with black pants. So those black pants are looking like that they are the 2/3 of my body, with the t-shirt underneath the jacket being 1/3. But then I've tonally matched the t-shirt to my jacket. The jacket has a longer line, and you can see it closes over my chest to reveal 1/3 of the shirt in the middle. So my top half is split into thirds, and my top and bottom half are split into thirds, which gives it a really nice balanced look, and also allows me to match those colibri shoes to it. Where the strap is on the colibris, some people find that really not complimentary for them. It's how you style them. If you wear those colibris with a dress that is not like a midi or maxi dress, I don't think they look very good. They're not for short dresses. They look great with pants, and you've got to have your pants at the right length. If you're wearing a colibri in a higher heel, you can definitely get away with wearing them with a dress, but the lower heels, I don't think they work. Definitely not on me. And typically it's not the best way to style them. This is the Camilla midi shirt dress called the Garden of Good Fortune, and I have loved styling this since I bought it. It's in these beautiful greens that really work for me, and the first time that I wore it, I knew that I was running around that day, and I thought, I'm going to wear it with my Golden Goose sneakers. So I'll get those out. So these sneakers have a leopard print shoelaces in them, because that's what I put in them. So they have that kind of edgy look to them. I wanted to pair that leopard print with this Camilla dress, because Camilla's known for adding leopard print, but I typically don't like leopard print in my clothes, but having a little bit of it on my shoelaces, I thought was a great combination. And then just adding a really slouchy bag because the dress is quite voluminous and lovely. I thought it came together really well. I felt fantastic wearing this. I felt so comfortable and so chic. It's definitely an outfit that I'll repeat. Typically, wearing sneakers with a dress this length would be risky. You've got to pick the sneakers that have the right cutoff point on your leg, I think. I think this works. A lot of people often say to me, oh, you shouldn't wear black boots with your dresses. And I'm like, yeah, I can, and I will. Okay, I'll show you a couple more. So this is the outfit that I wore to work on my birthday. Again, the rule of thirds. So you can see I have made my shoes fairly invisible, even though they are my beautiful Jimmy Choo and Jean Paul Gaultier collaboration tattoo nude shoes. Because if you know anything about my channel, I like classics with a twist. And so these are my nude shoes with cream white coloured corduroy pants. That is my 2/3 are on the bottom. And the top third is this dusty pink, which again complements these light tones. Obviously the bag that I've picked adds that playful element. The Louis Vuitton multicolour Alma, it's very ladylike. So even though I'm dressed in a very ladylike way, I've got these tattooed shoes. For me, that's the undone element. That's what I love doing in my outfits, is adding that playful touch that's kind of unexpected and doesn't really belong, but it fits. When I unboxed the London Longchamp bag, again inspired by Nick, hi Nick, Nick and I just love colour, I was like, how am I going to style this bag up for the mod shots? And it just, again, instantaneously came to me because it's so playful and kitsch. I thought I'd wear a playful outfit. So I went straight to lime green because when I think playful, I think, whoa, bam. Now I went for the complementary colour of pink. So my Melon Melbourne Lily Silk pink camisole underneath that, because pink and green work really well together. A pair of jeans which are pretty much a neutral. I don't think they count, but they do. So I had clearly the jeans down to my toes as my 2/3 and the pink cami as my 1/3. Then the jacket line goes down longer, so it gives me that look of length and it kind of carries between the two. The jacket and the jeans work well together, so that's nice. And then I picked up the pink in my Hermes sandals, which looked really cute. Now the bag was oversized, it was kitsch and fun. That's why I thought the outfit worked with the bag, because it was a consistent representation. If I wore a really like sensible, you know, neutral outfit and carried that bag, it would look ridiculous. It wouldn't look like it was mine. It looked like I borrowed it from someone else. So that was my thinking there. And then finally, which one will I go for finally? The final outfit, and I'm sure there's many that I could go through. The final outfit is this one when I took my Birkin to work. So the Birkin colour is Vert Comics. It's a very bright green. It's wonderful, but it's very bright. And one thing that Fendi Cruise taught me from 2022 was that green and purple are just a match made in heaven. And they're both in my colour wheel, my colour palette. So I thought, again, well, I'm going to go back with these blue jeans because they're basically a neutral. I'm going to add a white shirt because, again, it's a neutral, and the white and the blue are pretty complementary with each other. They kind of seem invisible. But how do I bring an element of play, of me, of corporate, because I'm going to work? Well, I'm going to add a lilac blazer, and that blazer shows the beautiful kind of tuxedo frills of the shirt underneath. It gave me the idea to add the purple Todd's Mules with the Perspex heel, and to me it's another typical Dale outfit. Like, you just don't expect someone to turn up to work on Friday wearing this. Well, most people don't, but for me it just made perfect sense. I'm like, oh, love it. And again, really easy and quick to throw together. So I guess take out of this what you will. For me, the thinking is always around mixing colour and texture. Do I want something that's monotonal? Do I want something that's complementary, opposite on the colour wheel? Do I want something that's kind of calming, analogous, where they're next to each other on the colour wheel? Do I want to add different silhouettes. Do I want the bag to be big, or do I want it to be small? Do I want it to be complementary to the outfit, or do I want it to pop and stand out? I could go through a bunch of different examples with you, but we'd be here all day. So yeah, hopefully that's been somewhat helpful to you. I can't recommend enough getting your colours done, doing a wardrobe detox, understanding your body shape and the type of prints or patterns that work for you. And then once you've got all that done, you will find that your bags will find their way much more easily into your style. Like, I could wear any one of my bags today, which, you know, is a good problem to have, right? So then it's around, well, how do I feel, and where am I going, and what's the weather doing, and, you know, who am I going to be with, all those sorts of things. Anyway, I'll stop prattling on and just say I hope this was helpful, that you've taken something away from it. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to come back for more. If there's any other styling tips or things that you would like me to share with you that might help you leverage your wardrobe a bit better, let me know. I'll try and, you know, articulate it in a meaningful way. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. If you're still here at this point, yeah, that's it. Ciao.